really done an excellent job along with you to organize this The delegation has roughly about half an hour before they proceed to their next engagement. They will be feeling England now. I think let's try to do it in as efficient a manner as we can in a really weak situation, and try to wrap it up within half an hour as possible. Yeah, they are, as since you are sitting on the dinner, will be served out. Thank you.
We've seen the India caucus, of course, and we've seen the chairs of the subcommittees dealing with the areas that matter to us, in our case, South and Central Asia and East Asia, and we've also seen a senator who chairs the Intelligence Committee. So there's been a very, very wide, impressive cross-section of legislators who met us, spoken to us, and I must say, our purpose in coming was actually very simple. Lay out what we've been through in India the last few weeks with the horrific terrorist attack in Pahalgam, and seek understanding and solidarity with us on these matters. I must say it was very satisfying for us that in every country we went to, and today on Capitol Hill, we found that understanding. We came prepared for much more by way of a pushback or questions or even some skepticism. We found none. There has been an unconditional support extended to us in our struggle against terrorism. And at the same time, there is a strong sense that the relationship with India matters to all these people. Since we're in the US, I just mentioned that the senators and Congress people were all anxious. First of all, on this issue, they were with us, and then they wanted to talk more about how we can expand our cooperation, expand trade and investment, expand cooperation on defense, on intelligence, and all sorts of things. And the strategic partnership is real. We saw it in practice in the fact that the very, very highest echelons of the legislature dealing with foreign policy and foreign affairs took the trouble to see us. There's always things going on. In fact, when our meeting was ending at the Senate, they had to rush off to a vote. There's always something going on, but they found the time for us, and they engaged with us in a very positive and constructive way. So that's the main news. Secondly, as Ambassador Quattro pointed out, one of the things that came across was how much you matter. One of the representatives, I think it was Representative McCormick, mentioned that he had 14% of his electorate are Indians. There's no way that a man like that can be indifferent to the needs of the Indian American community and to your wishes about your homeland. So when you speak up to your representatives and you tell them what you'd like to see happening in their positions on matters that affect all of you and affect your families back home and affect India, that really counts. So I want to very much give you that message as well. They are conscious of you. They respect you. You're all very, very high achievers and people who do significant things. So we're proud of you, and we want you to continue to do that. One more thing I want to point out, because it's something that I've always been telling you. There are 7 MPs here. One of my colleagues, Milind Deora, had to go on another assignment. But 7 MPs representing 5 political parties, 7 states, and we also have 2 ambassadors with us. There's the current ambassador in Washington and the former ambassador, Taranjit Sandhu. So we have 7 states, and counting them with 8 states and 3 religions. And I mention religions not because it should matter, because we are all equal under the Constitution in our country, but because the terrorists in Pahalgam tried to make religion an issue. By asking their victims, what is your religion, before shooting them between the eyes, and performing this heinous crime in a way that there would be survivors to tell the story of their questions. When a woman, horrified at watching her husband die before her, screamed out, "Kill me too," they said, no, you go back and tell them. That is the message they wanted to give. And one of the reasons they wanted to give that message was to provoke a backlash in India, a communal backlash. That was very much part of the cynical motivations behind this horrific crime. And I'm proud to say that though passions were high for 24 hours in some places, India stayed calm, India rallied together as one, and India, as represented in this delegation, all spoke with one voice against terrorism and against ISIS. Let me say that when I mention religion, it is to say that there is absolutely no religious divide here. We are one. We pray differently and perhaps to different versions of the divine, but at heart, what unites us is our allegiance to our flag, to our country, to our values, to our democracy, and above all, I think, to that spirit of humanity that has been so central to what India is all about. From the days of our nationalist movement to today, that India is what we speak for, that we cherish, and that we know you represent so beautifully in this country. I don't want to talk too long because there are six others who will also take the, seven others no, six others who Vinay is not going to take the floor. So let me leave it to the others to add their own contributions to this conversation. But let me once again say to you how very pleased we are to see you all, how much we feel welcomed by your presence, and how grateful we are that you've come at such short notice to show us your support. And we are there for you. Is anything that we can do to reaffirm the importance of your contributions to this country, we will do so in our meetings, and we'll go back to India, grateful and appreciative of the great Indian diaspora in America that is doing so much to keep us all going and to keep India's flag flying. If not outside your homes, that may not be possible, at least in your hearts. And that's where it really matters. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I will now request Honourable Member of Parliament, Shri Bhuvneshwar Kalida, to kindly deliver his remarks.
Thank you. Shri Shashi Tharoor ji, leader of the delegation, Ambassador Shri Patra ji, esteemed members, my colleagues in the delegation, and the vibrant diaspora, Indian diaspora present here today. The US Indian diaspora is known to be not only vibrant but very, very supportive of our own nation. I belong to the northeastern part of India, Assam. And the situation that we see today, and for which we have come here, for the solidarity of other nations to fight terror. From the northeastern India and from Assam, we have seen what terror is and what terror has brings to our society, to the nation. Today, we have come here to inform the other nations to know what's going on in India and what one neighbor country has created a situation where we are a developing nation, we are developing, we are the fourth largest economy today, and we are taking a lead in the field of development. We want to be peaceful. We are a country of Mahatma Gandhi. We are a peaceful nation, and we want the world to be peaceful. But when the other nations provoke, and when the other nations create wants to create violence, we cannot remain silent. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has declared 3 principles. And this Operation Sindoor is against terrorism, to finish terrorism, whoever or wherever it may be. So, our fight against terrorism, our war against terrorism will not end with this one Operation Sindoor. As Prime Minister has rightly said, it will be a continuous Sindoor operation. And wherever the terror angle try to attack us, we will not remain silent.
Yes.
So, we have come. Now many of our friends are saying that, why are you going to other nations? We have come to other nations to let them know that what terror is and how terror can engulf the entire global situation. And a day might come, we do not want that terror to take over the world. We want the peace to take over the world. That is one mission, and a mission to get the solidarity of other nations. Here in USA, you have seen the similar situation in 9/11. Number of such incidents happened in India, including 26/11. So, we cannot remain silent looking at that. We have taken, our government has taken action. The Operation Sindoor is one part, and as our Prime Minister rightly said, that the Operation Sindoor is a continuous process. Operation Sindoor is a continuous war against terror, and this war will go on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request Honorable Member of Parliament, Dr. Sarfaraz Ahmed, to kindly say the words.
मैं हिंदी में बात करूँगा। सबको मैं नमस्कार करता हूँ, आदाब करता हूँ, जोहार करता हूँ, गुड इवनिंग करता हूँ। बड़ी खुशी हुई आपके पास आकर, जो आपने प्यार, स्नेह, मोहब्बत दिखाई और लगा कि हम अपने हिंदुस्तान में लौट आए हैं। हमारे लीडर शशि थरूर जी और हमारे साथी जिन्होंने कहा है और भी साथी बताएंगे अपन आने का मकसद क्या है यहाँ पर। ये देखिए, पूरा हिंदुस्तान आपके सामने बैठा है। अभी हमारे आसाम के भाई बोल रहे थे, हमारे पंजाब से साथी हैं, उत्तर प्रदेश से हैं, साउथ इंडिया से हैं, और मैं भी नॉर्थ इंडिया, बिहार, झारखंड से हूँ। आप मिनी इंडिया है तो हम लोग फुल इंडिया है आपके सामने। हम किसी से कुछ मदद मांगने नहीं आ रहे। ऐसा ना कुछ समझे आप कि हम लोग किसी से कुछ मदद मांगने के लिए नहीं। हमारे साथी ने कहा, मैं अपनी बातें रखने आया हूं यहाँ पर, और मांगना तो वाहे गुरु से है, ईश्वर से है, अल्लाह से है, दूसरा क्या देगा। लेकिन भारत में जो कदम उठाए हैं, हालांकि जो बहुत ज्यादा कोई अगर तंग करता है बिना वजह का, वो रहे हम लोग को, हमारे लोगों को मार रहा, तंग कर रहा, करे कितना बर्दाश्त होगा। और उसका हम लोगों ने एक नमूना दिखाया है। आप समझ लीजिए। ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि 7 डेलीगेशन थरूर जी ने बता दिया, पूरे दुनिया में घूम रहा है, क्लियरिफाई कर रहे हैं, हम लोग बता रहे हैं दुनिया को कि आखिर इतना मजबूत कदम क्यों उठाया। और आइंदा अगर नहीं सुधरोगे तो इससे बड़ा कदम हम लोग उठा सकते हैं। अपनी समस्याओं के साथ है, हमारी सरकार, हमारे लोग वहाँ की जो तकलीफें हैं, कैसे मुल्क आगे बढ़े, कैसे हम अपने लोगों को मदद कर सके, हमारे उद्योग धंधे बढ़े, हम उसमें लगे हैं। और कुछ लोग जो हैं जो कर रहे हैं वो आप भी देख रहे हैं उनका क्या मकसद है। इसलिए बर्दाश्त से अगर कोई चीज बाहर होता है तो कदम उठाना ही पड़ता है। मैं ज्यादा वक्त आपका नहीं लूंगा, आपने जो एकता दिखाई है, मिनी इंडिया यहाँ पर बैठा हुआ है। मैं फिर कह रहा हूँ, हम लोग कोई भीख मांगने, किसी से मदद लेने नहीं, अपनी बातें रखने आपके सामने है। और दोस्त इंडिया, जय हिंद।
Now I request Shri Tejasvi, Honorable Member.
Almost 2 weeks as we cantered across 4 nations before we came to Washington yesterday. I also want to thank Vinay ji and the whole staff of the embassy for their enormous hospitality. And finally, I want to thank all of you. You know, to be honest, we were getting a bit homesick. But thanks to you, we are no longer homesick. We are actually wanting to stay back a bit more in Washington, D.C. I think it's a great moment for us. It's a historic hall, as my colleagues have said, filled with the great humanity that India has produced, has multiplied, has sent forth. And you are here and you're doing so well. Some of the names that they just recounted are a testament to that. In terms of Operation Sindoor, my learned friends have talked a lot about it. I'll just say one simple thing. We are here united across party lines, across national lines, across religious lines, to deliver the message that fear and terrorism has no space in India. The zero tolerance message of India is resounding across these 5 countries and across probably 30 other countries where our ambassadors have gone. And I think this is something which has enabled us also to inform very many people that the core idea of terrorism is putting fear in the minds of citizens. And once fear is eliminated, then beautiful things happen. And this is the other message I'd like to focus on, because a lot has been said about what Sindoor was. Let me turn my gaze to the other side. In the absence of fear, what is possible? And I think that this particular crisis is a silver lining. The silver lining is that we've gone forth to the whole world and delivered the message of India. And the message of India is of a prosperous democracy rising every day, every night, of millions of people working for the betterment of humanity, not just in India, across the world. And I would like to say, मेरी उत्तर प्रदेश का हूँ तो मुझे कुछ कविता तो कहनी पड़ेगी। ये बहुत अच्छी कविता है, दिनकर की है। बोलती, क्षमा शोभती उस भुजंग को जिसके पास गरल हो, उसे कहाँ जो दंतहीन विषरहित विनीत सरल हो। हम लोग अब विषरहित विनीत सरल नहीं हैं, हम लोग गांधी जी के अनुयायी हैं, बुद्ध भगवान के हमारे। मैं तो वहीं से आता हूँ, मैं तो कुशीनगर से आता हूँ, लेकिन क्षमा उसी को शोभती है जिसके पास गरल हो। आज के भारत में गरल है, और इसलिए हम लोग यहाँ पर आए हैं लोगों को बताने के लिए कि ऐसा कोई हादसा होगा तो हम फिर बात करेंगे। लेकिन मैं जो सकारात्मक सोच पे आता हूँ, मैं अभी लीजा मैकेन जो एक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हैं, चेयरवुमन हैं, उनकी मीटिंग से आ रहा हूँ। और मैंने जब बात रखी विकसित भारत की, तो उन्होंने मुझसे तुरंत पूछा विकसित भारत क्या है। मतलब मैडम, विकसित भारत एक ऐसी संस्था है, ऐसी मुहिम है जिसमें हम लोग आज की तारीख में 4 ट्रिलियन है, तो आगे 20 साल में कम से कम 25 ट्रिलियन हो जाएंगे। और यह सिर्फ एक दिशा नहीं है, कैसे हम लोग करेंगे, हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू डिलीवर दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर हर एंड फॉर द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका। वी आर गोइंग टू डू इट because under the leadership of our Prime Minister, we are going to deliver it with the citizen-enabled peace. Therefore, what we believe we are going to do is to create a great nation, not just because you will have top-down, and you know another nation is trying to do that. We are going to do it bottom-up. We are going to do it citizen-driven. And this was a great synergy that I found with the representative. She was very inspired by this fact, and of course by the fact, which all of you know, that we are bringing in a bill which is going to put 33% women legislators in the parliament the next time. This is very important. We are doing a great journey. This is something which is critical. We apologize for the fact that this table doesn't have a women representative, but I can assure you, when you come to India next time and the next parliament, you'll find 33% minimum. The joke in the parliament is that the men folk are saying 33% niche hum logo nahi jana chahiye. Otherwise, I think the women also have authority to go into the other places. That's the second point. But all of this can only happen if there is no fear in the minds of people. It is very critical for us to do that. And therefore, I must come back to all of you. This diaspora is a living example of what India can deliver globally. This diaspora is important for two reasons. One reason is because you are now, as McCormick said this morning to us, a fairly significant proportion of the electorate. You can influence what is right and wrong. And I think you should never underestimate the power of that. Frankly speaking, I had underestimated it when I came here. But every senator, every congressman we met, not only talked about